Well, good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. You find me in a different location today. I'm up in the north of Scotland. I'm out for a weekend away with the retro and cafe bikers. So far it's been a really good weekend. The weather's been a bit mixed. But we had a really good ride out yesterday in some great countryside. Went down to Alford, had a visit to the Grampian Motor Museum, which is absolutely excellent. I would highly recommend it if you're ever up in this area. And today we're going to head for a wee ride out along the coast road through a lot of the wee fishing villages up here, which looks really pretty good. But 7 bikes, 4 Enfields and 2 Bonnevils and 1 Guzzi. Yeah, so we've got wee Mark out today showing off his Glen Owen custom Royal Enfield shirt. So we're off on a wee adventure. Let's see what today brings. We're going to follow the coastal tourist trail a wee bit through the fishing villages. There's a funky wee red house in there. That's different, isn't it? A wee red house in the woods. This is taking us down to Portgordon, one of the wee coastal towns up here. Never been here in my life before. This is the first for me. Welcome to Portgordon. Right down by the water, right down beside the Moray Firth. Definitely a quiet little place. Wee building there with grass on the roof. It's for sale! Yeah, has potential, as they say. Buckie. Yeah, Buckie's a bigger town. There should be a lot more here, I would think. These wee cottages going along here, and they're all end on to the water. You would think they'd be the other way around so they have a nice view, but they're placed that way because of the prevailing winds, and it gives them a lot more protection and shelter from the quite severe weather. These would have all been wee harbour towns and fishing communities. It's all seafood producers in here. Big factories. There must be a lot of fish comes through it. We're just on the kind of the side of the harbour now. It's definitely more industrial than kind of picturesque tourist route. Some of the fishing boats in the harbour. Oh, we're going to Ian's town. This is my town. I never knew I had a place named after me. Again, you can see those cottages here. They're all gable end on. And it's purely to give them protection from the weather. That was a lot more important than having a view of the Moray Firth. We're now entering Portknockie, another little waterfront town. This looks like it could be an interesting wee place. The wee harbour down there looks nice. Doesn't look like we're going to go down there. The next wee town we come to along this coast is Portknockie. Welcome to Portknockie, historic fishing village. This one might be nice. It looks like it should be quite nice, going by the approach to the town. Welcome to Portknockie. Amazing cliffs down there. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely stunning. And look at this motley crew that I have to contend with coming along here. Eh? What a shady bunch of characters they are. The bikes look better though. The bikes are amazing. That's a nice little place this year, very peaceful, right down by the waterfront. I bet it's wild when the weather's bad though. The waves are crashing in here. Yeah, it looks great. What a cracking beautiful house that must be with that window up there, isn't it, overlooking the water?
Just when it's a howling gale, getting the
aye.
cracking off the...
The rain's coming on, everybody's putting their rain gear on. Hopefully it'll just be a wee passing shower and it'll get dry again. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty miserable. Yeah, it's pretty wet. I've still got my summer gloves on. I might have to change them. Well, we'll drive out of this. Back on the road again, and the next wee town we come to is Cullen, and this is it. Welcome to Cullen, the home of Cullen skink. Yeah, Cullen skink. That's delicious. It's a delicacy in this area. It's basically a soup made with smoked haddock and potato and onions and cream, and it's absolutely delicious. Really, really nice. It's a beautiful wee harbour and beach and everything down there as well. It's a nice wee town, and there's all these strange things you can see, like things like that sticking up out of people's roofs. Looking along there, you can see that's a wonderful beach going right along, and round that peninsula. That was where we stopped the last time, right on that headland over there, away in the distance. But it's a really nice wee harbour. The tide must be out because there's no water at all in there. Some foreign bikes over, German. Welcome to Portsoy. This is a nice wee town. A nice wee harbour. It's a 17th century harbour. The first time I ever came to Portsoy was about 50 years ago. I was touring Scotland with my friend Stuart on our bikes. He had his 350 Velocette. I was on my wee 175 Honda. And we had a great time until we reached Portsoy when the Velocette decided to break down. And we spent 2 days here camping and repairing the bike before heading south for home again. But it was fun. The weather was nice when we were here and explored the wee town. There's worse places to break down than Portsoy. It's coming down to the 17th century harbour now, just in here. Ah, no parking. There was a big no parking sign up there. I don't know if you're allowed to park here or not. There was a big no parking sign just round the corner, so I don't know if you're allowed to park down here. How are you enjoying the music, Mark?
Very soothing. Great on a Sunday afternoon.
All for to take a slumber, cans of gold and silver, and sure it was no wonder Maggie took big pistols and filled them up.
Blue sky, let's go.
They're all sheltering in there from the rain. The rain's past, they're all coming out. Well, that was a really pleasant little coffee stop down there, down by the old 17th century harbour. And it was a real wee bonus finding there was some live music on as well, which was really pleasant, sitting there enjoying our coffee. This is a beautiful wee spot down here. Absolutely beautiful little harbour. Looking down. Yeah. We were going to go further up to Pennon, but the road's blocked further on, so we're going to head inland and head back to Fochabers and back to our hotel. It's amazing how the weather changes. Just a few minutes ago we were sitting in there having coffee and the rain was thumping down. We were lucky, we had a nice table under the brollies, so we were nice and dry. Didn't look at it now, the sun's out and it's all clearing up again. We're basically heading back inland away from the coast road, just to find a different way back to where we're staying. There's some nice roads up in this area. They tend to be fairly quiet as well. Quite good surfaces. It's not so potholed as we tend to have in the central region. It's nice. Welcome to Moray, the malt whisky country. This is an absolutely gorgeous road to ride on. The sun's coming out as well. It's strange weather. It can be like this in blue skies and absolutely beautiful, and then 5 minutes later it could be chucking it down with rain. Well, this has returned back to Fochabers again. Back to where we're staying for our last night. Yeah, it's been a good weekend. The weather wasn't looking too hopeful, but it actually turned out pretty good. We've been pretty lucky on the whole. So yeah, it's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed this wee ride out. We're going to head back to the hotel. There's meant to be some live music on, so I might end this video with some live music from the pub. Yes, that's us all back to the little Red Lion Hotel. Was that a good day, Mark?
Yeah.
Good.
I'm just a bit wobbed.
So I hope you've enjoyed this wee run, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.